How you doing? All right. That's what I'm talking about. I'm a little tall, so let me bring this up right here. Is anybody celebrating a birthday today by any chance? This week? This month? This month, okay. What day? 29th. 29th. Who's the closest to today's date? Between the two hands, I see them. 14th. 14th? There's a free CD for you. Somebody pass that down to me. All right. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. My wife Carla Rain was up earlier. I'm about to do a little bit of something. If you like what you hear, we got a few over there at the front desk. I like what my man plays, some Run DMC. My family, or my kids and I, back in the day, about 10 years ago, was the first family in the history of hip-hop. So I feel I can ask this question. What happened to hip-hop? She was an all-American girl born in an NYC borough, Thorough. Her granddad was a panther and a poet. Great-grandpa was a Southern Baptist minister. Don't even act like you don't know it. Her mama was the real Roxanne. A fine MC light-skinned chick with a little salt in her walk and pepper in her talk. It's like I told you, she was both a sister soldier and a Queen Latifah who put the U&I back in U-N-I-T-Y. But lately, Lady Hip-Hop has been looking really whack. She's been bitching and complaining about her neck and her back. She was such a foxy brown mama in her hey ya day, but now she works for a PIMP named Jay, and she'll go all the way for a 50-cent lay. Nothing left living but a lovely lady lump. Crunked up on Bacardi at a Sean John and P. Diddy pity party. I remember when she had me all crisscrossed and made me wanna jump. Her daddy was a microphone fiend from the South Bronx. South Bronx, and back in the day when he was young, they called him Slick Rick the Ruler, resident president of the special ed class. The girls thought he was Doug E. Fresh. He wore Adidas and Kangos and t-shirts made out of mesh, 4-finger rings and 5-pound chains, a flashy grandmaster who still cut faster than any known, stone to the bone, unleashed, unlaced, and carried a Big Daddy cane. Hip-hop hood was like a jungle sometimes. It made me wonder how she kept from going under. Yet I'll bet, that's BET, that if you took a quick walk with me across Queensbridge, you find hip-hop up in Mr. Magic's cribs. They be getting high on some Curtis Blow with a couple of fat boys blaze, talking about those old school days. She was most deaf, raised to grace the stage. She had flavor, bejeweled in onyx and ice-teed out with a big necklace made out of a clock, a dime piece with a timepiece. So deaf she could make the whole planet rock. Her immortal technique was unique. It was like her De La Soul had been born brand Nubian, truly in a league of her own. But behind those eyes, gangstars roamed. Niggas with attitude and an aptitude to only have mommy love. If only love could have saved her, we would have made her a queen of our soul. She made us feel whole. Now, I didn't know what her goals were, but somebody should have told her that eventually she'd be seen as a BBD, STV, poison. And all the boys in the hood couldn't save her when she went chasing waterfalls and all the false ballers corporate her. A cash money crew who would do anything for $1 in a dream. For them it was all about the Benjamins. What? The cream. And I agree, it seems she's a slim, shady lady lately and maybe doing more harm than good these days. But we all hope and we all pray, come on with me Houston, that she'll come back to life, back to reality, back to the here and now again, and won't be a nigga for life. What happened to hip-hop? My name is Parthas. I'm from South Carolina. I'm a Prismatic Dreams poet and a New Word Order artist. The New Word Order is what we call our culture. All right? So we're ripping it like that. Like I said, we got some CDs in the back if you need it. The next piece I'm going to do, I did last night, is a dedication to Brother Baraka. After that poem he did, I had to drop it. So I figured, what the hell I'm going to share with you tonight. And it's called Censorship. We are living, breathing contradictions. A confusing fusion of conflicting convictions. It makes my hair hurt and my teeth itch. I start getting uncontrolled. uncontrollable shakes and shit, and then I start saying shit in my act at places where I was clearly told not to say shit at. I'm getting censored by sinners no closer to sainthood than I am. It's pure fucking insanity. Imagine someone you know and admire personally calling your life's work profanity. 20 years of tears, trials, and hard labor for naught but the commandment that I should love my neighbor as if he were me. And if you could see, you would know that the tension is getting thick. 10 kids raised, hundreds more fed. I've witnessed to millions who've heard what I said. Every single day I get up and fight an undeclared war, risking my bloodline on a front line that at one time cost me the lives of 2 of my own sons. I damn sure lost a lot more in those battles than I've ever won yet. Plus, I'm not even close to being done yet. By sunset tomorrow, my sorrows will have doubled and my troubles increased by a factor of at least what I've managed to unleash in your hearts right here today. And in case I didn't say, the tension is getting thick. But I got these slick hypocrites hitting me with maps. Can you please tone it down? My mother's in the audience. My kids are here. Our pastor's in the building and he's sitting right there. No F words, S words, or B words either. And I don't know what poem you got on hand planned. But for our pastor's sake, could you please not say God damn? God damn! So, all my poets in the house, can you please raise your hands and snap if you want to. Snap if you want to get straight with no chaser. Snap if you want the shit now and not later. You see, most of your precious pastors are deep in politics with 20-inch spinning crucifixes. No truth left, just lies. 1/2 of all the married men here today are cheating on their wives. 1/3 of all you women have 2 or more lovers in their lives. But if I say fuck racism in a poem, you suddenly want to criticize and theorize that my words might influence your kids when Lord knows I wish that they did. Let's just face the facts, shall we? This NWO, Prismatic Dreams poet, is in no way like a Christian rapper, a punk-ass pop whore, or anybody's soft-core R&B diva. So get that misconception right up out of your head, because, Lord, I come from a family of poets so upset with the world, they stopped writing prose and started writing loads of letters and blogs instead, dissertations and op-eds, articles on critical issues that literally make us all sick, and Lord knows the tension is getting thick. At any minute, anybody might flip like a pork pancake on a hot griddle with a greasy spoon in a Baghdad Iraqi cafe. And what the fuck do you want this poet to say then? Everything gonna be alright now? Everything gonna be alright? Shit, it's not going to be, and I don't plan to act like it. So take me off whatever little pedestal you put me on, and don't expect me to conform to the norm of whatever little bitty box you've been busily building, because we, the people, have been too busy making a killing. Snuff films like Saddam and his son's death and pedo forums keep getting top billing. The poets know it and everybody sees it. Just a bunch of goddamn demons who fuck us all over like it's suddenly in season, and for some damn reason they keep on trying to kill my Jesus. Jesus, the tension is getting big. Like the Dubber's guitar string strung way too tight. Like the few seconds right between an argument and a fight. Like a 105-degree heat wave on a hot Harlem midsummer's night. Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here. See, up in here, we're all sinners. Not a one of us is a saint. I never claimed to be angelic and perfect. I certainly ain't. But to censor someone's art because your standards only start when they're pointed at the heart of a poet is a fool's folly, a form of creative and cultural abuse. And in case I hadn't said, the tension is getting thick, and all I need is a fucking excuse.
All right.
I think I'm supposed to do 3 here. All right, we'll do one more. I'm going to take this and dedicate it to our kids. It's called Youth, I Used to Know You. Youth, I used to know you. You were prime at one time, the ones with heart to spare, love to give, vengeance to deliver, charges to guard, futures to prepare for, plans to make, and people to meet, and places to go. And so, that's why I say, I used to know you. I saw you stand before tanks and be slain in Tiananmen Square for what you thought was right. Free love brought the power with a flower in a joint, and you stood up against any odds just to make a point. When the WTO would show that they own the show, from all over the world, you'll get up and get made your ass get up and go. Save the forest, feed the children, stop the war, protect the earth, give the power to the people, and even free Willie. And none of it felt silly. No, not then and not really. I would smile at your audacity when the guardian angels would step to a crime scene, popping Black Panther caps borrowed from 1,000,000 men marching on a single mission. So where are they now? You? I used to know you. I've seen you go from following idols with a cause to worshiping them just because. Is it because my man Martin's message got mixed up with Marshall Mathers' music and what mattered in the message got missed? Or did it happen when Malcolm was made into a movie that mocked that man's mission, leaving only an X to mark a spot for Denzel to eventually meet his boy Oscar? Maybe Ali was more than Will could make real on a real. On a real. Where's the men and women of the Harlem Renaissance who wrote realism with a rhythm that rated remembrance? Retract that. I already heard. You can find them in a club with a bottle of buzz. They pimping up in NYC, making the girls go wild on a spring break. Why not? Money ain't a thing where the players play, and to not do it for a big-ass check is just ludicrous. You know they want a soldier who gets caught up at death jams, even if it has got some shady records. After all, it's all about the Benjamins. What? Yeah, right, what? You've been desensitized, disillusioned, tossed into a pit of despair, disenchanted, dishonored, then dismissed like your ass wasn't even there. Known as the fact that white, brown, red, yellow, or black, they won't fight back, right? You? I used to know you, and just maybe, I still do. Might be that 20-inch spinning rims won't mislead the men we depend on, and my baby's mama might be bold than a hoe. Mayhap we'll forgo the fiesta to feast on something with a little more meat, retrace the retreat, and retrieve all the lost respect lost along the way. Have something to say that will make them love you like they love Pac. Now, wouldn't that be hot? Or maybe not. You see, you got what it takes to stop being slaves, both the heart, soul, and need to cross land, sea, and airways. Unless you've forgotten, freedom was being fought for on an underground railroad long before a tale of two towers tragedy turned truth into fucking treason. I'm sure you can find a reason. There's plenty of causes. We just need rebels who aren't riddled with Ritalin or dependent on a dopamine rush. Kids who aren't cattle, and men like my man right here, real men who are ready and willing to do battle with a beast that made monkeys out of flunkies and didn't need to do it on the hush. He fucked you right in the face, adding much to our disgrace. Disgraced. Easy to keep it real when it don't get no realer, but hard to show your cards when you don't trust the dealer. Swift hands shuffling marked cards and calling it fate, finicky whim that is stressing you. But who created the rules and tools for bamboozled fools to use the same damn system that is oppressing you? I swear, I wish I could express to you how sinister ciphers cycles are set up to keep Willie Lynch while little baby Jimmy continues to eat crow. Didn't you know? I guess the answer is no. So youth, I used to know you.